Splash climbed into bed with Stella, and the two of them are hanging out on the sofa.
Stella, Splash, Simba, Hydrox, and Boo, the lucky ferals.
Today for breakfast, the cats are trying this Whole Paws, grain-free, shredded whitefish, chicken, and tuna dinner in gravy. It says it is a natural cat food with added vitamins, minerals, and trace nutrients. It says the can has a non-BPA lining, no wheat, corn, or soy, no meat byproducts. It's a 5.5 ounce can. And if we look at the ingredients, the first ingredient is fish broth, followed by whitefish, chicken, chicken liver, and dried egg whites. So those are the first 5 ingredients. Followed by potato starch, tuna, fish oil, dried egg product, guar gum, natural flavor, salt. And then we go into minerals and vitamins. And it looks like a good all-natural cat food. I chose this because once or twice a week I like to feed the cats a fish-based meal, because normally the raw food that they get is based on chicken or turkey or rabbit. So it's good for them to get a bit of variety. And Boo's here, he's waiting. I just opened the can and noticed that these are like shreds. I guess I should have realized it from the name of the food, but I always think the better food is pate. So, yeah, I'm still going to mix some water in here to kind of make more of a gravy for the cats. The cats are eating upstairs today because Simba is still limping, and I think it's better for him not to be up and down the steps. So they're all eating on their rug. I'm feeding them in bowls today because it's a bit soupy, and Simba needs to spend more time resting. Instead of running around, instead of jumping up and down, he needs to spend more time resting. So if I can close him in my room today, that's what I would like to do, so he could just be by himself and rest. It looks like the cats like this food, but we'll come back in a few minutes and we'll see what they left and what they ate. Hello, Simba. How are you? It's about 8:45 a.m. and I'm getting ready to leave soon. And I came to find Simba, and he's here on the cat tower. And I'm gonna shut the door to the room. He has water. He has litter. What do you smell? You smell salad? I was just making my lunch. You hungry? You want some crunchies? Okay, I'll give you a few, okay? I don't know how much of his breakfast he ate today. I don't know if he really liked it. Actually, let's see if he'll eat some of this. This is some canned salmon. I gave it to the cats, I don't know, like a month ago. And I put the leftover in the freezer. And I defrosted it a day or two ago. Do you not want it? You don't want it? Is it too cold? I just took it out of the refrigerator. It's a little too cold? Okay, I'll put it on. I'll put it down here, Simba. You could eat it later. I just gave him some crunchies. Crunchies are basically just dried cat food. Not the healthiest thing for him to eat. But the cats like to sleep after they eat crunchies, so I'm hoping it relaxes him. It's 4 p.m. and Boo was trying to bust into Simba's room. Boo, what are you doing? So what happened this morning was Simba wanted some food and he was on top of the cat tower, so I went to give him some canned salmon, and Boo broke into the room and he wanted to eat the food. So I picked him up and I took him out of the room. And I shut the door, and he tried to get in anyway. He was like banging on the door. I got home about 15 minutes ago and he was sleeping on his new day sofa. So hopefully he was not trying to get into the room all day, but since I've been home, he's been trying to get into the room. Now I did peek in, and when I peeked into the room, Simba was resting on top of the cat tower. And Boo wants to go in there and see if he could eat whatever food is in there. You know, Boo's a very smart cat. He's a very resourceful cat. So he remembers that there was food in there this morning. He wants to go in and see if he could eat it. But Boo, it's not time for a meal yet, okay? Simba needs to rest, okay, Boo? Boo, Simba needs to get some rest because he needs to heal his leg. He's been limping. He doesn't feel good. He wants to feel better. He wants to heal himself, and he can't do that when you're trying to like chase him around or jump on him or eat his food, okay? So just calm down a minute, Boo. Just relax. I gotta go back out. I gotta go back out, take care of some things, like buy you guys some raw meat, okay? Boo, I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna buy you some of the quails that you really like, okay? I'm gonna buy some quails and some chickens, and tomorrow we're gonna make food, okay? But right now you gotta just chill out. Okay, Boo. All right. It's 8 p.m. I just got home and poor Simba was in the dark. Actually, all the cats were in the dark. I didn't leave any lights on. And so Simba's been laying on the bed. And the minute I opened the door to the room, hello, Stella, Boo came running in and he went straight for the food, which is here, but I guess he doesn't like it. It was some leftover canned salmon, so I'm going to put it outside. Maybe, I'm sure one of the animals outside will eat it. The cats are eating their dinner. They're eating upstairs again because Simba is still limping. It has been about a week that he's been limping. He's doing better than he was a week ago. And last time he had this issue, it did take several weeks to clear up. So we're going to continue to watch that and just try to keep him upstairs so he doesn't have to go up and down steps, because that's really when he has the most difficulty, going up and down steps, mostly going up steps. Here's Stella, she's eating her food. They're getting commercial raw food, so Stella, Splash, and Simba are getting Nature's Variety Instinct Raw Chicken Bites, and Boo is getting Stella and Chewy's a rabbit patty, because he doesn't like those chicken bites, and there's Splash. And today I bought some quails and some chicken parts to make raw food, hopefully tomorrow. It's about 10:30 p.m. right now. Look at Simba. Simba, you're so cute in that plastic bed. You're so cute. In the plastic basket. It fits you perfectly. Hello, Simba. Simba says he's going to make himself more comfortable. Okay, Simba, you do that. Hello, Stella. How are you today? Look at Boo. He's laying down by the black cat crunchy container. And his favorite new back massager. Hello, Splash. Splash is hanging out with the mackerel. Good morning, Simba. How are you today? It is about 8 a.m. And the cats are going to have canned food for breakfast today. Simba, you pick the flavor, okay? Would you like chicken? Would you like fish? Would you like turkey? You want turkey? Would you like tuna? Would you like chicken and liver? You want chicken and liver? Okay, he's not really giving me any signs, so. A little while ago, it looked like he said he wanted turkey. You want some turkey? Or do you want chicken and liver? He's looking at whoever's walking around. Okay, Simba. Simba, let's figure out breakfast. Do you want turkey or do you want chicken and liver? Or do you want tuna? Do you want ocean fish? No? You want chicken? Turkey? Chicken and liver? He's not helping me right now. What would you like for breakfast? What do you want, Simba? He says he doesn't care. You want chicken and liver? Or do you want turkey? You want turkey? Alright, we'll do turkey. We'll have turkey. Today for breakfast, the cats are having this wholehearted turkey recipe, pate in gravy, and we'll see if they like it. This is what the turkey pate looks like. It looks very nice. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to dump this out into a bowl, and I will mix in a little bit extra water, and this is what the cats are going to have for breakfast. Can't eat it out of the can. This is what it looks like after I've mixed in a few tablespoons of water. It's a really nice consistency. Boo's been meowing for it. Boo, are you hungry? Boo, you want some food? Boo, do you want breakfast? Boo, you hungry? Boo, you want to eat? This is one 5.5 ounce can of food split 4 ways, and this is their breakfast portion. It's a good portion for each cat. Boo, you ready to eat? Stella, you ready to eat? You hungry? You want some food? Boo's eating it. Simba's trying it. Stella's eating it. And Splash says, this is something new. I'm gonna wait for all the other cats to try it first, and then if it's safe, then I'll eat mine. I just gave Splash his plate. So Splash was sitting by the door, and I just gave him his plate over there, so looks like he's willing to give it a try. So Boo is still eating his. Stella's almost done with hers. And Simba has decided he needs to use the litter box. So I'm actually going to pick up his food so no one else eats it. Splash did not finish his, and Stella's trying to eat it, but I'm going to pick it up so she can't eat it. Stella pretty much finished all of her food, and Boo the same. And I have Simba's here and Splash's here, and Stella and Boo are not eating Simba and Splash's food. I just put a few crunchies on Simba's food, so hopefully he'll eat it now. A good way to introduce a new food to a cat is by putting something that they are familiar with on top of the food. So whether it's a sprinkling of crunchies or some food that they normally eat, a lot of people say that you kind of just want to transition them to newer foods. Look at this. I just put Boo in my room and I put Stella in Boo's room. And that's the only way that Simba and Splash are going to be able to eat their food. Because otherwise Stella and Boo would eat their food on them, which is not right. So now that Simba made his poop, now he'll finish his breakfast. And here goes Splash. Now Splash is going to eat his. Except Simba might try to steal it. It's 8:51 a.m. Let me tell you what's going on out here today. So Hydrax has been laying by the house. He was laying nice and peacefully. And I've been outside and I was like, Hydrax, you want to eat? And he didn't want to get up. He did not eat yesterday's breakfast. So I was like, okay, well, there's no need to feed him. There's plenty of dry food in the feeder. He's not hungry or anything. And then I just came out again and look who it is. It's Ditto. So Ditto was eating some dry food out of the feeder, and then all of a sudden Hydrox decided he's gonna wake up, and he starts meowing and meowing and meowing, and he walks over toward Ditto. So now like Hydrox is saying like, okay Ditto, stay away, this is my place or whatever, and Ditto's not doing anything wrong. Ditto wants to be friends with Hydrox. There's a little bit of a standoff going on here. But I'm just going to give them each I'm going to give them each about a quarter of a can of some Trader Joe's food. I had a half of a can in the refrigerator. I'm going to split that between them. and they could eat that, and there's also plenty of dry food in the feeder. Hello, Ditto. You're a handsome boy, Ditto. Ditto, you know you're a handsome boy. I could be wrong, but I think Ditto might be purring. So this is what Boo used to do. Boo used to roll around like that. Hydrox never does. Stella used to do that too. Okay, I just put down both plates of food. And Ditto's been breathing pretty heavy. I think he's been doing that huffing thing. So I backed away. I don't want to stress him out. Unless he has like a head cold. I should have put herbs in the food. I didn't even think. I should put herbs. Now that the weather's getting cooler. And there he goes. He's going to eat some food. And there's a separate plate if Hydrox wants it. And if Hydrox comes over to Ditto and bops him on the head, Ditto can go eat the other plate. It's the same exact food. I think Hydrox is trying to maintain dominance of the patio area. And Ditto's okay with that. Ditto just wants to be friends and get some food. Over the next few days, I plan on winterizing this patio area for the cats, which means breaking out like the heated pet bowls and the heated pet mat and stuff like that. So. Oh no, it looks like Ditto is having issues with his teeth also. Poor Ditto. You okay, Ditto? I just went back outside and I put fresh water in all of the little stainless steel food bowls out there because Ditto was poking his nose in them. And I added herbs to the wet cat food that's out there. So he's gonna eat some crunchies and maybe he'll go back and eat some of the wet food. Whether he eats it or Hydrox eats it, either one of them, it's good if they get the herbs. They're just general healing herbs. Look at this. Look at this. So while I'm standing here at the door showing you Ditto, Hydrox has jumped here. Hydrox is like, well, this is my person. You can't have my person. This is my patio. You can't have my patio. Okay, Hydrox. But you gotta be nice to me, Hydrox. Hydrox, you gotta be nicer to me, okay? You gonna be nicer to me? It is 3:46 p.m. and I'm making homemade raw food for the cats. I've made a really big batch of meat. I had like 3 packages of quail, and then I have chicken thighs and chicken legs and a whole bunch of supplements. And I'm using the scoop that is twice the size of the scoop that I've been using. So these kind of like meatballs are twice the size of the smaller meatballs that I've been making up until now. And these are going to take longer to defrost, which is fine because that means I can leave them out longer as they defrost. But it means that like 2 of these would be a meal for the cats versus like 4 or 5 of the smaller ones. So that's good. That means if the cats consume 2 per meal, that's breakfast, that's dinner. So that's 1 day, 2 day, 3 days, 4 days. This is already 5 days worth of meals for the cats, so that's great. I just took a tray of the raw food down to the freezer and I saw this, look. Splash climbed into bed with Stella and the 2 of them are hanging out on the sofa. For some reason, if I try to zoom in farther, it's blurring. And I just realized that the screen on this camera is cracked. I don't know when that happened, but at some point it must have fallen and like the corner of the screen is cracked. I hope that's not affecting the focusing on it, because it is a touch screen, so I don't know if that's affecting the touch screen. Meanwhile, both Boo and Simba are standing on the steps with me. I think they want food. Oh, are they gonna look at this? They're gonna sleep like that, resting their heads on each other's shoulders. And here's Hydrox, hanging out by the back door. He's been here almost all day. I put a welcome mat by the door again. I had to remove it because I was getting some deliveries at the back door. It is 6:20 p.m. and the cats are eating their dinner upstairs again because Simba is limping again today. And he's been jumping up and down on the couch, jumping up and down on the cat tower. So it like comes and goes. Here's Boo. So this is the brand new homemade raw food that I made for the first time for the cats. I would say about a third of it was quail. I had 3 packages of quail. Then I had 3 packages of chicken drumsticks and 3 packages of chicken thighs. And each package was probably around 1.5 pounds, so it's kind of all equal. The other thing I did was I did not put any pumpkin seeds in it because I've been reading a book about like tooth decay, and it says to like avoid seeds. So I did not put that in there. I did put cat grass powder, vitamin E, B complex. I only put 1 taurine capsule because we don't want to overdo it on the taurine. I did not put any detox powder in. As far as kelp goes, I only put a few pinches of kelp. What else did I put in? I did put in some blueberries, and I did put in some freeze-dried peas, only about 1.5 tablespoons of each. And I did put in about, I think it was like 8 ounces of pumpkin, and I think that's everything that was put in. Oh, I put in some alfalfa capsules, and I did put in a nettle capsule, and I put in some turmeric, and I think that's everything that I put in. There is a powdered supplement that's on the market for cats that has a lot of the ingredients that I just mentioned, which is what gave me the idea to try them in the cat's food to see how the cats do on them, because I've heard a lot of really great things about the supplement. And yeah, so that's where all that came from. And Splash loved this food. Stella loved her food. It looks like Simba enjoyed his too. I gave him a big portion. And Boo eats slow, like usual, but hopefully he'll finish his food. See what I mean? Look, Simba just jumped up on the couch. So he's like limping around, but he's still jumping. The other thing I changed about this food is that I did not use the finest grinder plate. Instead of the 3mm plate, I believe I used the 4.5mm plate. It's still really fine because when I felt the food, the pieces of bone were smaller than a grain of rice. So the cats have eaten it this way before, and hopefully they'll eat it this way again. I mean, obviously Stella, Splash, and Simba did, but Boo's holding out. It is 8:57 p.m. right now, and Splash wanted some cooked chicken, so I just gave him some chicken downstairs on this pizza platter. He's the only one down here. Boo's been eating some upstairs, and Stella had a little bit, and Simba didn't want any. But Splash wanted some, so he was the only one down here, and I gave it to him. And something very strange just happened. So I was kneeling down near the pizza tray, and Splash was sitting near it, and I was putting pieces of shredded chicken on the tray for him. And I was saying, okay, Splash, eat the food. And he went up to it, and he was smelling it, and he was starting to eat it. And then all of a sudden he looked up, and he looked past me, like he was looking about a foot to the right of me. And then he started growling, like he was growling at something. So I turned around really fast, and I did not see anything. So then he started looking behind me, kind of like where he's looking now. And I still did not see anything, but it looked like he saw something. And maybe that's what the deal is with Splash. Maybe he's seeing things that the other cats aren't seeing. For a long time we've been saying that he's more sensitive than the other cats. Maybe he's more sensitive to, I don't know, like, I don't know if it's ghosts. I don't know if it's just spirits, entities, energies. I don't know, but it really freaked me out.
Thank you for watching this Lucky Ferals video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you'd like me to post more videos, and please make sure to check out these other videos that were selected especially for you.